What's going on, y'all? Coach Acie here with a very special episode of the Acie Talks podcast. I'm here with my good friend Nick. It's November 1st, and we're about to raise money for Movember Canada, so that means we gotta lose the hair out our face, and we're gonna go upstairs and shave this off.
I'm Nick, and I'm a two-time cancer survivor. At 3, I was diagnosed with leukemia, and at 16 with testicular cancer. I'm now 22, living cancer-free.
Look at all this fancy stuff that Nick's got going on here. Actual one of these, what is it called?
Double-edged razors.
Double-edged razors that you actually have to put in the blade yourself. Gentlemen's toolkits. A little powder brush. What are you supposed to use in here? Where's the powder?
You put your You put your soap for shaving in there, and you lather up. Like you get the lather in here, and then you get it put on your face.
Okay, I don't got no shaving soap.
It helps, this exfoliates the skin, lifts the hair up and prepares it for shaving. So if you have sensitive skin, it's really good for that.
All right, now here we are getting ready to shave. Now this is my bathroom, so there are some rules. I'm gonna put this thing up so it doesn't become a big mess here. And for some of y'all who don't know what this is called? A beard bib?
Yeah.
Beard bib? Yeah, so how it works, put it around like this. Because our hair ends up clogging these drains out, right? That's what ends up happening. Then you have to pour all sorts of drain cleaner down there. But anyways, this catches all the hair. So say goodbye. Man, this has been like a long time coming. Okay, let's see it. All right.
It's gone, eh?
Donate to Movember. So Nick, what was it like, man, finding out that you had cancer for the first time? Well, not exactly the first time, because you probably don't remember the first time that you had cancer.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
Okay, but what about the second time how old were you again?
16.
Okay. What was that like?
So the second time that happened, honestly, I didn't know how I should feel. I was in the emergency room. That's where we went first, and my family was all there, and the doctors were there, and everyone, the nurses and everyone. And I didn't know what to feel, but I looked at them, and everyone was just sad and crying, and it was the end of the world, pretty much. And then I pretty much reacted in the same way. I teared up a bit because everyone else was sad, but honestly, me myself, I didn't even know. I was just okay, damn, this is not good. But
what happened? How'd you was there test results that came out? Was it dramatic like that?
Well, no. Really, the first night, they didn't know for sure. They still had to confirm the test, but it was most likely that. So
you were still in the hospital at that time?
We went in for, I forget how long it was that we were in there, but they sent us home and they let us know in the morning what the results were. So I went home. I slept at home that night. Yeah, and then maybe the next day we got the results back, and they said it could be like testicular cancer.
And I mean, like, walk us through your emotions around that time. Like, what were your first kind of thoughts?
Honestly, like that night when I got home, I went on my phone and like I Googled it, and I started reading about it and like the treatments and all that. And after reading it, like I felt like a lot better because it said it was like highly treatable. Like most, like out of maybe like 90% or something, or 85% of people recover from it and do just fine. So like I did feel a lot better, and like the doctors also reassured us, like, you know, it shouldn't be too bad, like you'll get through it and all that. So after reading about it and all the research and all that, like it's good if you, especially if you detect it fast. And like I that's what happened with me, and that's what's really important.
Okay, so that helped with the fear then, I guess, like the fact that knowing that the statistics were probably pretty good for you?
Yeah, for sure.
Did you feel that because, you know, you beat it the first time when you were really young, that you felt like...
Yeah, you know, when they told me, like, it just wasn't as, it was like, okay, well, I had it the first time, you know, I did chemo then, like, I'm sure if it had to come to that again, like, I'll get through that.
Was it hard, I guess, you know, now back into your regular life, was it hard to tell people about this? How did you feel about letting people know?
Honestly, I didn't like share with my friends. Only my family knew, and we told the school obviously, but only like the counselors and like a few of my teachers knew. But my family was like, they wanted to kind of like, they just like told me to keep it low key for some reason, and like I just did that, and then like it never came up, you know. And after the surgery, because I did have surgery to get it removed, I couldn't like do gym or anything for a month, so that was like weird, coming up with like excuses as to why I couldn't participate. But you know, it worked out. No one really ever questioned it anymore because I didn't bring it up. I didn't like.
Well, speaking about that, serious. I mean, speaking about gym class and like being a normal student, being a normal kid and stuff. I mean, you're only 16, probably grade 10.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, how is it like balancing life, knowing that, you know, you're going through treatment, and you know, you're facing like, you know, a life-threatening illness regardless of what the facts say? Was it hard to kind of continue to live your life normally while knowing that this is happening in your head?
Well, maybe a little bit after they removed it, because you continue to do testing because they want to make sure it doesn't come back after they remove that testicle. They want to make sure it hasn't spread. And during that period, you know, I really did change my lifestyle a lot. Like I went in like all vegetarian, no meat, you know, apricot seeds, all that healthy stuff, and exercise obviously. But it kind of made the anxiety a little worse, you know, doing all that. And as time passed and tests were good in the clear, I kind of like got a bit more laid back on that, and it's not as extreme, and like I like that more. I'm less like, I don't want to have to worry about that, you know.
Was that the hardest part of treatment? Like, what was treatment itself like? Was it...
Well, for the testicular cancer, pretty simple. Like, they just took it out, and I couldn't like move for like a week, pretty much on the like in my bed. And then after that, it was just like, you know, no running, no intense like exercise. But after that month, you're good. I was good anyways. I don't know if anyone...
So it's kind of just like, it's just like recovering from the physical pain of removal and surgery, basically, as opposed to trying to fight off cancer cells.
Yeah,
chemotherapy.
Yeah. And when I had the leukemia, like I was a lot younger. I was 3 years old. So like I don't remember the treatment or anything, but like the nurses would tell me, and my parents would tell me, like, you know, it's like it hurts.
Oh, it must have been scary.
Yeah, for sure. For them, yeah.
Like, I mean, chemo is no joke. You know, imagine you were 3 years old. Yeah, imagine a 3-year-old child just hooked up to machines and getting like what was like blood dialysis and stuff like probably.
Oh, there's this thing like on my chest here, and I guess that's how they got it in.
Yeah, because I mean, I'm not a doctor or anything, but a dialysis, you know what dialysis is? It's when they, you know, cycle the like your blood through your body, right? And adding new blood and kind of just like circling it around. Yeah,
I don't know exactly. I probably should know, but I don't know exactly.
Do you remember anything at all about the treatment or the recovery during that time?
From leukemia? No, nothing.
Do you remember how long it took for you to recover from that and just to keep on doing therapy and post-therapy? Do you remember any of the post-therapy when you were younger?
No, I just remember sort of like after treatment, like going into my like yearly appointments at the clinic there.
What was the most important thing for you during this time?
During that time, honestly, like I didn't even know what was going on.
No, not when
Like,
you were 3.
oh,
Sorry,
okay.
when you were 16 with testicular cancer. So I'm just flip-flopping back and forth.
Okay, so what was the most important thing during that time?
Yeah, was it like, balancing your life? Was it, spending time with your friends? Well, like, what were your priorities during that time?
I think it was hanging out with friends. They gave me like my friends were there a lot for me. Like what was that? Good times, chilling. It was a good support system to have, for sure.
And, okay. Well, I know you probably get this question like 1,000 times.
Yeah.
Right, but how is having cancer, how is getting cancer and beating it twice, how has it changed your life? How has it changed the way that you look at things?
Okay, well, I have a pretty different like view now because of this. Like, my parents are really protective of me, especially with the cancer thing. They're always be careful. They have a lot of anxiety about it. It could come back. But like honestly, I just want to live my life. I don't want to have restrictions. Like, it happened to me when I was 3. It happened to me when I was 16. It's not like I was smoking at that time. Putting myself at risk. For cancer. I was a kid. Like, it just happened, and because it just happened, like I know that like it could happen at any time. So you don't like stress about it. Like it could happen to anyone. You should always just live your life to the fullest. Like, yeah.
What do you remember about coping and learning to cope and learning to, face and accept the fact that, you were going through this, that you have gone through this, and then it's now a part of your past? I know you have a very positive attitude as a person, regardless of, or maybe this is where it came from, like, the resiliency that you've built going through this. Like, I guess if you've gone through this, then there's a lot less painful things that you can probably go through, right, for yourself and for your family. So tell me about, coping through this and how it made you the person that you are today. And because I don't imagine everyone who has gone through this experience or is going through this experiences the same emotions. Mm-hmm. So I'd just like to get your personal take on coping.
I guess like whenever I'm having troubles, like I think back like, okay, well, if I got through that and that, like I can get through this little thing. Like this is nothing. Like it's irrelevant. Like you can do it.
How does that make you feel? Knowing that you can go through life and things aren't really...
It makes you feel better because like I see a lot of people and they just like complain and like they're just negative about the world, and it's like, like there's people out there with lots of problems and they're getting through every day. Like you gotta just like keep on going. There is like you can be better. Mm-hmm.
Do people generally, when you tell them for the first time, and I know you're a lot more open about it now than you were before, you're telling a lot more. I mean, you've told me pretty much the first day I met you, and I thought that was, very brave and cool about you, because that's not something people tell you every day. Yeah. So, I mean, generally, I guess people would generally react with, sympathy. It might change the mood of the conversation. Have you noticed that? And has that really prevented you from wanting to tell people about this and speak openly about this? Because I think we're doing Movember stuff now, and obviously we're doing this so we can get the story out and you want to tell people. Was there a time where you didn't want to share that this was happening?
Yeah, when I was in my like younger teen years, like when it first happened, like I didn't talk to anyone about it. Like I was very self-conscious, I guess, about it, because like it's your nut, and I only have one now, and it's like not a thing that you'd expect someone, a kid to lose to cancer. And I just didn't know what people would like think about that. Like they think it's like weird or like make fun of me or something, but like
hopefully
at the time I was younger, I didn't know, like, for sure. So as I got older and like I just started like, so what, like I have one nut, like I lost it to cancer. It's not like
Yeah, well, I mean, losing it to cancer is. I mean, every time the topic of cancer is brought up, right? I mean, it affects a lot of us deeply, and I would imagine it would change like the mood of the conversation sometimes a little bit, like the vibe of the conversation.
yeah.
Have you found that?
Yeah.
Personally?
Some people feel like they get all sad and they're like, "Oh, are you doing now? Are you still okay?" Like they just like I'm still sick or something. You know, it happened, and I've been through treatment. It's gone now. Like I've gotten past that, and I'm living life just like you. You know.
That's how I feel sometimes. Like when I tell people about my divorce, you know, and everyone's always, "Oh, I'm so sorry," right? That's always the first response. But I mean, it was a long time ago, and I've had a lot of chances to work through that,
To develop,
and to develop and to cope as well in my own thing and get past that. So I mean, obviously not on the same scale of what you've been through, but similar emotions.
Yeah, for sure. That's true.
So, what message do you have out there to young kids and people in general who may be battling cancer at this time, or just found out that they just got diagnosed?
Stay positive, for sure. Like, don't have that negative mindset, because just be thankful for being here, to get to experience life, all its ups and downs, and whatever hand you get dealt, like just take it for what it is, and try and do the best play you can. Like, seriously.
Because I mean, you're still in post-treatment right now.
Yeah, so I go every year and I get like just a regular checkup related to like anything. Cancer stuff. Yeah.
That's cool.
So I do that every year, and like I walk in and sometimes there's like kids there and they're undergoing treatment, and I look at them and then like I get sad, and like at the same time I'm like I also feel like, wow, like I got past this and now I'm here, like I'm healthy, thank God. And you just feel so much gratitude and like thankful for being here. Like it's just, because you not everyone survives it, unfortunately, and like.
Yeah, especially some of those kids. I think one of the foundations that I support the most is the Children's Wish Foundation, or like the Make-A-Wish Foundation in the United States. I believe they actually just joined forces right now and combined in Canada. But I mean, these are children who are facing life-threatening illnesses, and there's different ways to support the cause a little bit, I find. And I think one way is, you donate to cancer research, and you do all those events, and you support the research side of it. But then there's also the kids who are going through this, and the kids who didn't ask to be diagnosed with cancer, and their families that didn't ask for them to be diagnosed with cancer, but they're able to lift their spirits up a little bit, right? By granting a wish. Let's say John Cena, the wrestler, I'm into wrestling, he's one of the he's actually on record of granting the most wishes, and it's not even close till second place for the Make-A-Wish Foundation in the United States. So I mean, there's a lot of videos of him like showing up and hanging out with these kids and keeping in touch with these kids even after he hangs out with them, just to kind of see. And obviously it's pretty sad because some of them don't make it very long either. And I mean, he said it's a very rewarding experience, and I think it's so great for the kids to be happy and to have that positive spirit that you mentioned, and to be uplifted.
Especially like, because if you're negative about it, like that could be it could be your last days, and you're just in a bitter, like you're all resentful, and it's just not how
you want to end your life.
Yeah, exactly. You want to be be thankful and enjoy what the good parts of life, because there has to have been some good.
And I'm sure that positivity, who knows, might have helped, getting through treatment and maybe not having it spread. You never know, right? All the physiological kind of spiritual stuff, all behind that, all that holistic approaches to tackling some of these diseases. So I mean, that's it for questions, man. Do you have any message for everyone else out there? Here's your chance to sound off to the world.
Okay, guys, grow a mo and save a bro.
That's right. So man, thank you for your time, man. Thank you for taking this time to talk to me about this great cause, men's mental health. It's not just about testicular cancer. It started off about prostate cancer, and now it's moved on to men's health in general, and to suicide prevention in men. Because according to research for Movember Canada, and we talked about this during our panel discussion that we did about a month ago, more than 2,900 men die by suicide every single year in Canada. So in Canada, 3 out of 4 deaths are actually suicide by men.
Yeah, it's crazy.
It's the second leading cause of death among Canadians male ages 15 to 44, which is a big demographic. So folks, please support the cause by donating or raising awareness around these issues. Pay attention to Movember, spare some money and donate to some of your bros or your systemos. I think that's whatever they're called, the girls who are doing this. Support them because it's a great cause. We don't need to be strong and tough anymore in that old traditional sense. If we are sick and if we're ill, reach out there, get that help. And being strong and tough these days is really knowing like when we and those around us need that help, right? And reaching out and supporting these causes and being open and sharing their story like you did today. So man, thanks again for joining me today.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, no problem, man. And thank you guys all for listening. It's really late at night, so we just had to make these cappuccinos just to stay up. But this was an awesome conversation. I hope you guys enjoy. Please like, share, and subscribe for more. And we hope to have you on for future episodes, man.
For sure.
Yeah, but it's been a pleasure meeting you, man. It's been awesome. I've had a lot of fun, mentoring you and getting to know you. And thank you for being a great sport and taking on this interview today. And I'll see you at work tomorrow.
Yeah, see you, man. Cheers.
All right, guys, be sure to check out our link below for Movember Canada. Donate to our Mo's. It's going to grow out a lot. I think his is going to grow out a lot faster than mine. But support the cause, be a bro, and check out the link below.